Welcome to Beyond the Walls podcast. Pastor Joel here, along with my beautiful wife, Pastor Elizabeth. Super excited to be here in, as you can see, the middle of the Thanksgiving season. Today's podcast is actually going to take exactly that theme. We're going to be talking about giving thanks. So Thanksgiving, what's it all about? Let's go to the history first. And my wife, nobody better at history than my wife. So give us some of the history on Thanksgiving.
Well, the history on Thanksgiving dates back to the colonial pilgrims that in 1621 came together with the Wampanoag people, which were the natives in the area of Plymouth, Massachusetts. And it was a time of giving gratitude and thanks for the help that they had given the pilgrims during the first winter that they were there. They were in a new land. They came from England, so obviously they needed to learn about the new land and how to live and how to get through these tough winters that we have in North America. And so basically, the Thanksgiving that I'm going to be talking about is based on the North American traditions. And just talking from there forward, all of the celebrations that came forth, which were just harvest feasts of coming together. And then it became a national holiday through Abraham Lincoln in 1863, President Abraham Lincoln, who made it a national holiday. And from there were beautiful traditions, families getting together, having these harvest meals. But then after, it just turned into something else, which...
Let's talk about that something else for a moment. Right. And I think what my wife is referring to is how so many of these holidays have become commercialized. Now, look, let's be real. At the end of the day, we all are at fault when it comes to this. I mean, when you think Thanksgiving, if you put your hand to your heart, I'm sure you immediately think about Black Friday. It's like an automatic given. You know, if you think Christmas, you automatically think about gifts. If you think about Halloween, you automatically think about costumes. There are certain things that become affiliated with certain holidays. And with Thanksgiving, for many years, that holiday was all about food. One of my favorite holidays, if I'm being honest with you. But what happened, it little by little went from being all about the family getting together and eating together. And little by little, the commercial part of it just started coming in, and it infiltrated that family to the point where, you know, for many years, we saw where people were going out to do food, Black Friday shopping even before they ate. Sometimes they would skip the Thanksgiving meal. What are your thoughts on that?
It became eroded. And for me, I was one of the people that was very upset about it. At least in our family, we did not allow that tradition to infiltrate our family. We refused to take those beautiful traditions that we had. And I know, I get it. Nowadays, the holiday is not seen very good by a lot of people. You know, there's a lot of controversy behind Thanksgiving now. But
you better keep it PC.
But at the end of the day, I don't want to get into that subject. I just want to talk about the meaning, the family time that we get to have. And for me, that was the most important thing celebrated. It was time together with the family, breaking bread together, cooking together, different people bringing different dishes, being able to talk and listen to music, or just share in the different traditions that we can share from our different cultures.
So we know the problem. Ultimately, I'm big on here's the problem, here's the solution. So let's give them 3 points of things that they can do to be able to get to the point where Thanksgiving reverts back to Thanksgiving. All right, so point number 1, let's talk about possibly doing a testimonial journal. You know, a journal that you keep, and anybody who's ever heard me preaching, I talk about victory journals. It's basically the same thing. It's a journal that you keep, that you write down all the good things that happened to you. It's just memories of good. See, because remembering the bad stuff in life, that's almost natural. Mm-hmm. But the good stuff, we have to be intentional about. Yeah. So let's talk about having a memory or gratitude journal or a gratitude board. What's the next thing that you could consider?
So a second point that we can do is through a Thanksgiving testimony, right? And testimonies can be something that we can verbally say to different people. We can write them down. We can declare them. There's so many ways that you can give testimonials. It doesn't have to be something formal. But when we show an attitude of thankfulness, of gratitude, it's when we're sharing with somebody something that we're thankful about. So we're putting forth this whole aura, this whole demeanor of Thanksgiving, and just carrying ourselves in that way. It's something that can be very contagious, because it can be something that you're being thankful for at the moment, or something that you can preemptively be thankful for. At the end of the day, having this continuous attitude of thankfulness, of thanksgiving, of gratitude is something that's very attractive. So it can be in any form that you want to give that testimonial. Just saying to people that I'm thankful for my health. I'm so thankful I woke up this morning. I'm so thankful that I'm married, that I have my husband. I'm so thankful that I have my children. I'm so thankful. These are different things that we can do. Declaring it, we can write a little post on social media. That's part of giving a testimonial, just like what you said about the gratitude board. A gratitude board doesn't have to be a typical gratitude board, right? You can make one if you want at home and put gratitude and then post all the different things that you're thankful for. You can leave little notes, or you can write it on a little card, give it to somebody. It's basically just a visual declaration of the things that you are thankful for.
I think another thing that we can all do and consider is some years back, there was a movie, it was called Paying It Forward, I think it was. Yeah. And it's definitely something that I think during the Thanksgiving season would be something great if we were all to be able to enact it. You know, and I'm not talking about, you know, taking out a second mortgage or giving your whole paycheck to someone. I'm not talking about stuff like that. One thing you know, and anybody who knows me, anytime I see someone who's in need, I'll never give them cash. But if they tell me, hey, I need this to be able to buy food, or if I need clothes, or I look for the solution of what they're looking for, and we always give it to them, you know, no matter what. You know, and I think that is probably one of the best approaches to take during the Thanksgiving season, to be able to go out there and help somebody that you know needs something. And it doesn't only have to be someone who's homeless or someone who's on the streets. It could be someone that you love. It could be someone that you know from work, or someone that is in a school and you're in the school, or whatever the case is, you know. It's just taking the time to be detailed enough to realize how blessed we really are, and in turn blessing someone else, because that's what Thanksgiving really is, at least to me. What do you think?
Well, that was the third point, demonstrating Thanksgiving. So those were the 3 points we wanted to talk about, which is that's a perfect example of that demonstration of Thanksgiving. So it's not only going to be putting up visuals, it's not only going to be making declarations through testimonials, but now how can we actually put that into action? And my husband just gave those examples. You can, if you see someone that is hungry in the street, bring them something to eat. If you see that someone looks thirsty on a hot day, bring them a glass of water. There are many times that my husband is working in the yard, for instance, in hot, sunny Florida, and I'll go out with a tall water can with ice, and you know, he's helping out in the garden, so I'm going to help to keep him refreshed. Or I'll go out and I'll put my gloves on and I'll help him out there as well, or vice versa. He'll come into the kitchen and he'll help me with cooking, or just different things like that.
She has me very domesticated.
There's many demonstrations that we can do showing our gratitude. It's basically saying, you know what, you're helping me in this, I'm going to help you in that.
So let's summarize it. What is Thanksgiving all about?
Well, Thanksgiving, to me, the genuine Thanksgiving is the one that the Bible talks about, which is it's a giving of thanks, grateful acknowledgement of benefits, of favors, especially to God. It's a public celebration, acknowledgement of divine favor or kindness. It's basically saying Thanksgiving is really something that should be attributed to God. But because we serve God and we love God and we follow God, we are imitators of the things that He did. Therefore, we translate that on the earth to one another, to our neighbors, to our family members, even to a stranger, because that's showing the love of God. That's showing an act of thanksgiving. So even before you come, even in prayer, your daily prayer that you make, before you come and you're like, God, I need to pay the rent. God, I need you to heal my husband. God, I need you to help my children. Before we come with a list of requests, what we should always do first is come forward with gratitude, thanking God for all of the things He has given us, and for even those things that we still do not see. It's preemptively giving thanks for even those things not yet acquired, because in doing so, through that act of faith and a grateful heart, is where we're going to get that recompense, because that's what God loves. God loves the cheerful giver. God loves those people that do things from the heart with love, not doing it so somebody can see me and record me so that I can put it out there that I'm doing all these wonderful deeds. No, it's doing it while you're not being seen. It's doing it, not expecting someone to give you an attaboy or a thank you or an acknowledgement. Just do things out of the kindness of your heart, because at the end of the day, who truly sees what you and I are doing is God. He reads the heart. So if we're doing stuff out of boastfulness, it's not going to be something.
You got to do it for no reason other than to do it.
Yeah.
Period. So we're super excited, and we come to an end today. Just very thankful. I mean, really thankful to you guys for supporting the show. To God, first and foremost, for everything that he does. And really just very appreciative for the opportunities that we have to be able to serve you guys. You know, very few times you'll hear a pastor thank his people for following him, but truly, I am so grateful for each and every one of you. So grateful for the opportunity to cross paths with you guys and girls, and so grateful for everything that he's done throughout this year. It hasn't been an easy year, but it's a year that I can say I'm still breathing, I'm still alive, I'm still above ground, and that's a good year. So with that said, enjoy the turkey, enjoy the pernil, and you know I'm talking to you. Enjoy the tres leches, and remember, before you start chomping on Thanksgiving Day, grab everybody's hands at that dinner table, make a prayer, thank God for all he does. God bless you all. Till next time.